Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. Can we actually revise the past through Neville Goddard's revision technique and other manifestation techniques and get real results? The answer is yes and no. And I get this question a lot after people watch my video where I share my really cool example where at least it was cool to me, where I felt like I did this and I got amazing results using Neville Goddard's revision technique. So if you haven't checked that out, I'm going to post that link. So after you watch this, you can go back and kind of get that reference point of where I'm starting this conversation today. And that you'll find in the description. Just to recap, I had an issue when I was going through my divorce where there was a decision made or a report that was issued that was just awful. It didn't really reflect what happened. And I visualized each night as I was going to bed a different outcome, that particular event didn't happen and what I wanted it to happen, how I wanted it to happen, and a revised report without my knowledge was submitted to the court. That's the most powerful example that I have personally experienced in my life. However, somebody asked me from there, can you actually go back in time and revise? And on a theoretical level, I do believe that you can. And I just saw something about a study where physicists have proven this, where there were two particles launched at different times, and one was observed and was able to actually change how the other particle reacted. Maybe I got the physics wrong on that, but the gist of it was, yes, you can alter the past in that way. However, we are all, most of us, most people I know, are stuck in this reality where when things happen, especially when they're not what you prefer, not what you want to happen, it's very much ingrained. We hold on to it. That happened, that person died, that bad thing happened to you, that you want to change, whatever it is. And it's very hard to let go of that reality. You would have to be so in tune, like to a monk level, in my opinion, that you don't have that grip on it in the current reality to let that go, to alter it. But what works amazing is kind of like the slide technique. You create your slide of your revision. So let's say you have a really bad experience with a conversation with your boss and you wanted it to go a different way. As you are falling asleep that night, and you might have to do this multiple times, kind of like running your slide, you play out the scenario of how you would have preferred it to go, and then you'll see your current reality moving towards that revision. So it could show up as your boss coming back and saying, you know, that conversation we had the other day, I didn't mean those things, and I saw that you actually were doing whatever you were supposed to be doing, and like, oh, and by the way, I want to give you a promotion, right? It could play out in so many different ways. I'm just giving you an example. But that's how I see revision working. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go back in the past and revise something. But like I said, we're so ingrained in our current reality that is really hard to do. And how I've seen it work in my life is it's changed something for the better. Now, what we call permanent things like deaths, and people walking away and all of these other things, I'm not sure that it's in your best interest to change those things, right? There are things, in my belief, that we are here to experience, we are here to learn from, that drive us forward in a way. And this goes back to Vadim Zeland, who is the founder of and creator of reality transurfing. We look at things through the lens of coordinating intentions. anything that happens, we snap in and find the positive in it. We don't fight with the reality, right? That's already played out. It's already done. Let's connect with that in a way that makes it positive so it doesn't keep dragging us down. We can't see everything from down here in our lives. We're stuck here. So let's take that 10,000-foot view, the high level view, and see how the universe is conspiring to bring wonderful, amazing things to us. And understand that maybe this sucked. It did. Uh, our dog died, or we had our heart set on getting this particular dog and someone else got it before we got it, and we like just had this amazing connection and loved it, or we didn't get that job we wanted. And we can revise, go in and do that visualization, but also at the same time not get stuck on it. So I didn't get that job, so I didn't get that promotion, so whatever it was, how is that benefiting me right now? Okay, I'm going to revise it. I'm going to visualize me getting that job and them calling me back and like, oh, we are so excited that you accepted the position, and or watch yourself walking into that job on your first day, or sitting around the table at a team meeting, or in your home office on the Zoom if you want a virtual position. But think about it from the lens of the universe is preparing you for something at the same time. So you're not stuck in that importance, because the importance is going to make it all fall apart. And I don't say this to give you anxiety about it, because when I think about importance, sometimes that happens to me. But just think about how the universe is conspiring to bring you everything amazing, and everything that's happening is for your highest and best. I have seen that revision technique work so many wonders in my life. I've talked about my divorce, how difficult it was. I've talked about how I had trouble with my son and how he didn't want to see me for a while because he was so mad about everything. And now, after revising that and going through it, we have an amazing relationship where he wants to spend so much time with me, and we are just building this beautiful life here, my husband and I, and things have come so far. And when you are stuck in that moment of those difficult situations, going through that revision, it sucks sometimes. Life isn't always easy, but the more and more you have that positive outlook, and you look at life, the situations that are popping up with that lens that the universe is there to help you, and you maybe can't see it in the moment, but you know it's there. Eventually you wake up one day and you look back like, how did I get here? And I don't mean that you should be spiritually bypassing things, right? There are real life things that you need to address. We got to stay grounded. We can't be always forward, like thinking about the future. We're grounded in the present moment, living life through the lens of, this is amazing. There are so many amazing things here. And when stuff happens, you got to feel it. You got to do the work. You got to feel those emotions, process them. We get down in the dumps sometimes, that's fine, but then pick yourself back up. So that's kind of my thoughts today, where I was thinking about, okay, how can we use revision, and can we really go back in the past? And I hope that answered some of your questions. I'd like to know your thoughts, right? We all have different thoughts on this. We all have different experiences. Have you actually gone back and seen that revision in the past? Love to hear your stories, your concepts on that. With that, if you haven't checked out that video I previously made on revision, I think that will be a good one for you. I'll link that here. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you next time.